Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttradesolutions.com on a Tuesday, 18th March. We got a Fed meeting tomorrow. NVIDIA, they had a meeting today. Jensen Huang had the speech. It was a nothing burger. The stock's still down. Let's get right into the charts. Again, subscribe to the newsletter. I just finished the class today. Went great. Let's go ahead and start with the charts here. Basically, overall, we've got the averages just in a very tight range today. And I think it's just kind of a wait and see type of situation here. Right now, you can see very tightly coiled up. We got the lows from last week. In fact, looking at the contract specific, basically, this is the kind of, I'm leaning on that right now until we get through the rollover here. Contract specific, basically still caught in a range. Looked like we were going to break out above 5,700. That clearly failed. So the low to look at, really is going to be 5,567. For the last 3 hours, other than the big drop early this morning in the futures market, right at the open, we basically have been going nowhere and really tightly coiled up for literally the last 5 hours or so of trading. So that's really the reality of things. We'll see if this changes. Clearly, tomorrow's Fed meeting is going to have an impact. Similarly, you can see the NASDAQ kind of holding on to that level there. But again, big picture, we still need to get some follow through. NVIDIA not helping today. We need to get above 20,200. Under the surface, I still lean on NVIDIA as probably that and Apple. And you can see part of the reason why the market's down today, I would venture to guess, is because of NVIDIA. Just cannot get any kind of movement here. Also, Apple was down. So the mega caps kind of dragging everything down still. So that's kind of where we sit. We'll see if we break, by the way, 19,385 on the NASDAQ, and also, just looking at the Qs for some guidance here, rather than taking the distortion out of the rollover gaps and all that. Look at 486 is going to be your breakdown if we can break through that. Other markets, not much to talk about. Bitcoin actually hanging in there a little bit better today. It looks like we're kind of just also bunched up here in basically a range here between 80,000 and 85,000. That, again, we're getting a little bump into the close here, but nothing big deal. I'm looking at the futures here. VIX still hanging about. I think it's got to trade below 20 to get any kind of bullish move. Rates dead in the water. Just kind of range trading here, nothing to talk about. Dollar similarly, maybe this changes tomorrow. Maybe we, the dollar's due for a move here. It's been consolidating for going on 3 weeks now. So this is definitely probably due for a move. Oil, interesting. Again, we had news on Iran and Israel and Russia and all that. Basically still in a range, 68.50, 65. Pretty similar there. Nat gas also forming a range between 395 and 422. Whether that breaks out soon, it probably remains to be seen. Also, China is going to be the big player here. China did break out again. BABA, unfortunately, cannot get above 150. But the Chinese stocks, you can see the Hang Seng, which I've been writing about and talking about, is very interesting. It's trying to break out. It just took out the highs, and we'll see if this keeps going or we're actually coming into a level here. MCHI, which is the one I track, is interestingly coming into the highs here at that gap. So that could be an interesting situation. Okay, all right. We'll see what happens with the Fed tomorrow. Sentiment's really starting to get very bearish. So I think we could be, even if it's just a short-term bounce. I don't, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But the further stocks go down, the better the opportunity is going to be if we come into demand. So have a great week, and then we'll see you on Friday. Take care. Subscribe to the newsletter, and And I have some new programs coming up, which I'll announce shortly as well. So stay tuned for that. Take care.